Alright, today I'm going to endeavor to, on camera, show how to make our gospel bird. You can see the PDF for this at our website at bbc.mapleknoll.us. That's our church website. And we use this as a giveaway called our gospel bird. You can see there's Bible verses on the wings. And of course information about church and on the sides there. So we have a paper that looks like this when you print it out, and you can use this to make our origami bird. Now there's a very thin line here on the side of the paper that you can't see, it doesn't show up. So if you want to make the square yourself, you can fold that down. You can crimp the side there a little bit. We'll need that fold a little bit later anyways. And then you can fold that over on your edge, and you can crimp that down there and make an edge to cut on. Or if you have a printed line like I have here, you can just follow that and you can just cut right along there. Get a paper cutter, that works really good too. Alright, now we have that. Like I said, we need it folded and crimped with the printing side in. Then again, open it up, fold it the other way. Again, printed side in. It works easier generally doing this on the table or on a flat surface, but I'm trying to do it up in the air so you can see what I'm doing. Now you can see we have a crimp down the side, both sides. We're going to open it all the way up and see that it's crimped there. You can see that all the two diagonal crimping there. Now we have it open. We're going to fold it with the print side out, and we're going to fold it horizontally. And get it horizontally that way. Crimp the side there. Then fold it horizontally the other way. And we'll crimp that side there. So now we have the paper with the two horizontal and two diagonal folds so that you can see how it's divided up for us now. We're going to take this with it in the horizontal print side out, and if you'll notice on there, just by way of orienting yourself, the two dots right here, these are going to be the dots that we're going to use for the eyes at the end of the bird, but that'll also help guide you where you're at, so keep an eye on the eyes. Alright, now that you have that way, you'll notice that it wants to kind of fold in like that, like a little mouth almost. Go ahead and do that. Just fold that right in, and then take two of the edges right there, and doesn't matter which two, just crimp them together or bring them together, and then do the other side. And what you'll notice, it's a little puffy in the middle. We're going to kind of come down in there, wiggle that around so that it'll lay somewhat flat, and you can see how it's been folded. Now we want to take the end, remember where the eyes are. We don't see the eyes right here, so what we want to do is we want to unfold it, and there's the eyes. See there? They're hidden in there. So if you started with a portion, left the eyes out, that's great. If you don't see the eyes, just unfold it. See, it's the same thing again, just turned around. Now you have where the eyes are. This part here, you're going to do is you're going to follow this line that goes down the center here. And where that crimp is at the point, we're going to take this right here and we're going to fold this over. Now, don't worry about the bottom staying real accurate. There's a lot of, you can get a little play in here. If you're folding it on the table, you can get it much more accurate, but folding it up in the air like this, it's a little bit more difficult because the paper wants to shift on you, and helps if you put your thumbnail in there somewhat. Bring this in to where you brought this fold in and made a little crimp there right along the center line. Now once we've done that, we're going to do it on the other side right there. So both sides are folded into the center line. There's our eyes down at the very bottom there. So they're folded in. Alright. Now we're going to turn it around and we're going to do the exact same thing over here. We're going to fold that down along the center there to the center line. Just do the best you can. See there, there, and then that side's going down as well. And by the time we get all of this done, it will have somewhat of a diamond shape. See there? Now that we've done that, to help us with the next step, hold this here in the middle and take this top piece and fold it down over top and squish it there. Then just pick it up and go backwards the other way. And once you crimped it, bring it back up again. That will be a guide line in there. Now, this is the tricky part. Here's our eyes again, right down there at the bottom. We're going to open this back up where we just folded it. Go over here where these eyes are, and we're going to pick this up, and we're going to bring this back this way. And you have to reverse these folds. So you're going to bring this up toward the top. And as you do that, that opens up these, oops, it wants to fly away. We're going to bring these sides in here toward the center. Like I said, it's a little tricky until you get the feel for it. And it opens that up like that. Now we're going to go around to the other side. See the difference there? We're going around to the other side. And we're going to open that up on the other side. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to open it up, bring these sides in. You'll notice these little folds in here, you try to reverse them. That's where that crimp in the center there kind of helps. Just kind of shape those back the way they need to go. Again, as I said, doing this on a table is a little bit easier. Alright, when you get done with this, there's the eyes again, there at the top. And you'll notice that kind of has that shape. The bottom is more like that, a little more open. Notice the points are together, but they're kind of solid. Now, here we are. The eyes, we're going to have to hide these eyes that are here at the top. So what we're going to do, we're going to open this here on the side where the eyes are. We're going to fold that in. Just kind of even that out as it goes around. And fold that in. See, the eyes are hidden in there. Now that that's done like that, the other side's still like that, so we need to do the same thing here. We need to fold the other side in as well. Once that's all folded in, you've got this little thing here that looks kind of like a fork almost. But you'll notice now there's a gap in here between these two. There's a gap. And if you do this right, one side will say God loves you, and the other says Jesus died for you. Those little swoops, that's going to be part of the body and the bird. But take the bottom solid piece and just fold it right on up toward the top. Again, it's not exactly going to be perfect. And if you're on the table, you can make it a little more exact. But you'll bring it on up. See, it's up here with all the three pieces now. And then this other bottom one up. See, that's on that side, goes up. The other one goes up on the other side. And again, the same deal. And you have this thing that looks somewhat like a napkin or a handkerchief. Then you'll notice if you hold it at the bottom in the center, these pieces here will pull out. You can see them bending at the bottom there. So bend that out. Just take either one, and I bring it down. If you'll notice the little crease right here, I bring it down to about there. It can be up a little, it can be down a little further, but generally in about that range. You can see the crease right here that's in about the middle. Oops, over there, in about the middle. And if you'll notice, this end right here with our church name, and you can put your church name and information there, makes the tail. So now we have to bring out the neck and the head, and it's the same thing. We've got the tail down there. We're going to bring that out. Again, about to that same sort of length right there. Here's the letters are a little covered on there, see? So we'll bring it down a little bit further. Well, actually it's not going to make too much difference here, but now that we have that, the eyes, if you'll notice, are hiding in here. So the way we get the eyes to show is that we come up here. I find if you put your thumb and forefinger right up there about where the top of the letters are on both sides, then push on the back here and open up the center in here, and you have to bring this down like this. See how that's folded now? You brought that down like this, and then kind of crimp out the sides. And we don't want them to be a complete flat head, so we have to bring this up, kind of measure that, or smooth that around as best you can. And you'll see there's his eyes. And if his eyes don't look far enough out, you can bring this down maybe a little bit more. And as you bring that around, you'll see it brings his eyes out a little more. So there's the head, there's the beak, the head, the neck, head and the neck here, and we've got the tail back here. So now we have to fold the wings down so that they can flap. What we're going to do is we're going to take this joint right here, coming down from on the neck side, that joint right there, see the fold right here? We're going to bring that down. See if I can get this to where you can see it. Alright. From that there to there, see it on the back, bring that down so that comes along the edge of the back tail here. And then we'll do the same thing with the other side. Again, from this joint right here, we're going to bring this down and we're going to line it up here. Try to do it backwards and in the air. It's not as easy as on the ground, or on the table. Alright, now we got both wings down. And if you'll notice at this point, it doesn't flap too easily. It's kind of locked into place. And what we have to do now is turn it over on the bottom. And again, here's the side with the head. On the bottom, you have to open up these little flaps right here a little bit to be able to get your finger in. And you want to poke that up and open that up just sort of like a little pillow there a little bit on that side. And we'll open it up on the other side as well, so that both sides are open just a little bit. Now, that brings us around. We have the head of the thing, and we have the base of it here. And if you notice now, it does flap. Alright, well, I'm sure that's as clear as mud, especially trying to watch me do it backwards, but I hope it works out for you.